games.
They're probably the key point of everything in the universe. And every square inch of the universe, you're gonna find a game, no matter where. At the store, at like downtown Hong Kong, like a downtown city, Main Street, you're always gonna find some kind of video game being advertised everywhere. But some of these games, they're good. Like all the games so far in 2020, even 2021, are fantastic. But what about the really bad ones? So, we have a new series right now. Let's start with my intro. Hello everyone, I'm that dude. I'm that dude, and welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're going to be going into a series. This is season 1, a brand new series called Gaming Garbage. So what Gaming Garbage is that we're going to... Hold on, I'm reading my script. In this series, we're going to cover games from 1980 to 2020s. Yeah, this is season 1. We're going to cover the games first. Then next up, we're going to look at very bad, and I mean very bad, like boss fights, like those, like ranking systems. Then the third season, you guys decide, on your opinion, what is the most trashiest game ever. So right now, let's get started. Here we go. So the first game we will look at is Custers Revenge. So Custers Revenge is an... I had to put my script somewhere else. The first game that we're going to look at, little game called Custers Revenge. This is an unlicensed, get this, unlicensed Atari? This is like, I'm looking at my little monitor up there. Is that it? Atari? This word. 2600. I don't know what that is. I think it's probably a handheld console. I know. This game is made by a company called Mystique. You guys probably know that gaming company because it's a really horrendous game. This game, oh my goodness, this was released in 1982. The graphics in 1982, there's just little pixel blocks. Here's a quick image. I'm not going to show the terrible part, but this is an image about what they show at the App Store. So, yeah. So there's 3 main categories in this brand new series. Season 1, we're going to look at 3 different categories. The first category is what makes this game bad. Second category is we're looking at the critics' thoughts and what they think of the game. Third, we're going to... Actually, no, there's 4. I forgot about the 4th one. The third one, we are going to look... I don't remember what the 3rd one is now. Great. Gotta check my script now. Right. So when a game releases and it gets negative opinions, or it gets a positive opinion, like overwhelming positive opinion, the creator always gives a response to it. Like sometimes it does, sometimes they don't. They don't really care about the game. So we're gonna look at the creator's responses. Like, what did they do? Did they do anything special about how to make this game better? And fourth of all, we're gonna look at how to make the game better. How to make this game actually good. I have a few ideas for Custers Revenge, but right now, let's pull out our script. Let me get right down to business. So first of all, let's go over the list. What makes this game bad? Well, I have my little list right here. Let's read it off. A very offensive plot. Now, I know the plot through this game. I read it, and I'm not going to say it. And that's also the second thing. The second thing, it involves bad stuff, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say that because YouTube is going to kick me in the butt. Poor quality. The quality in this game, I saw a little bit of gameplay. I didn't see the whole thing because I read the Wikipedia article before I watched the game. So I'm like, I'm going to be careful. I kind of didn't be careful. I accidentally saw the bad stuff on accident. So, yeah, that wasn't really fun at all. It was disgusting. It was gross. It's a gross game. It's a horror. The quality is just down. Like, it's really bad quality. I saw pictures. It's just awful. And fourth is, oh boy, how do I say this without being kicked in the butt by YouTube? More bad stuff. I'm gonna say that. Just read the Wikipedia article. You will know what I'm talking about the bad stuff. You probably will. You probably know what I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna say it. It involves this guy. His name is Custer, of course, and he goes around to a person and he does something. I'll put it at that. I'm not gonna say what in the game he does. I'm just not gonna say it. So now, next up, what are the critics' thoughts? What are the critics' thoughts? Like the critics, they have to say something. So I think at a company called GameSpy, they said it's the most shameful game in the world, and that is something coming from a humongous critics from around the world. GameSpy, I know who these guys are. These guys are critics. I think these guys are the critics because they are actually appear a lot in this list. I have a full-on list of games we're going to be reviewing. This is the first game. PC World and I think another company called Game Trailers, they're both critics, and they said it's the third worst game of all time. Yeah, and that's a pretty big thing. It was the third worst game of all time at that time. That's pretty bad, and you need to do something about that. Let's keep going. Sean Baby, this is the last one. Sean Baby said it's the 9th worst game of the 80s. Well, that's his opinion. He probably thinks more games are worse. There's an ant on me. There's ants everywhere still. Alright, so yeah, those are the critics. So let's look over the critics one more time. GameSpy said it's the most shameful game in the world. I'm gonna have to agree with that. This game is horrendous. Not just because of its bad gameplay and poor quality, it's because of the very bad and offensive plots that gives out to Native Americans. Because that's what this game's about. And I'm not going to say what's wrong with it, because this game is horrendous, it's awful. Do not look up this game. I'm not going to bother put the Wikipedia article, because I do not want you guys to read that. But if you want to, go ahead on your own risk. People like 15 and older should at least read it. Or 16. I'm 15, so I looked at it anyway, so. Alright, so PC World said it's the third worst game of all time. And I'm gonna have to agree with that. The quality's low, the gameplay's low, the story is just low, everything's just down, the plot's stupidly bad. There's bad things in it, there's even more bad things. There's stupid bad things in this gosh darn game. It's awful, it's just bad. I don't know what the game developers thought were going into this game. What were they thinking? This is god awful. This is terrible. Sean Baby said it's the 9th worst game of the 80s. I think there's worse games. I have a really bad game on here. It's not like bad, like there's like bad stuff in it. It's just like it's horrendous. I have it. I know what it is. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Yeah. Those are the critics. And now we're gonna go and read the creators' response. Here we go. In response to the game's downpour, the makers of the game elected to preview the game for women and Native American groups, an act which some thought it was a publicity stunt. This happened in 1808. Around at least over 28 years after the game's initial release. Actually, almost. It's been over 20 years since the game released, and now they decided to see it? Like, wow. That's stupid. Also, if you guys don't know what a publicity stunt is, that basically means, like, the public thinks, like, that's, like, it's not actually real, and it's just to gather everyone's attention. It's just to gather everyone's attention, like, hey, this is happening. Then everyone gets focused on it, so everyone thought it was just a publicity stunt just to get their attention. No, they actually did that. They actually did that. It wasn't a publicity stunt. They actually did it. But I think it's good to preview the game for women and Native American groups, because that's exactly what Custard was doing to them. He was doing. I'm not gonna say it. Now let's go to the thing. How to make the game better. Now, how we're gonna implement this is there's always a little list over there I'm gonna make. So first of all, how to make the game better? Platforming. The game will need to have some platforming. The game, you just walk in a straight line. So puzzles. Puzzles will be amazing in that game, except they came out in the 80s. So let's come up with a thing. Let's say no bad stuff and change up the plot. Okay? No. How about you rescue the woman and rescue the other Native American people? Like a tribe. Rescue a tribe from a very dangerous thing that's gonna happen. Like, how about like new European people coming into the land and gonna like take it over? Like, how about you rescue them from that? That would be so cool. That would be dope. Add enemies and better quality, please. And then finally, a conclusion. This game is just, ugh. But thank you guys just so much for watching this video. I appreciate every single one of you, and hope you guys enjoy this brand new series. If you liked it, make sure you like. If you don't like my content, then go away. Now I have a new outro. I came up with this, so make sure you smash like. Make sure you drink. Make sure you drink your apple. You make sure you drink your. I don't know what's going with that. I try to come up with like a catchphrase for my channel, like something I like do a lot. Like I'm trying to think of something. So it's something that I either I eat or I drink. You guys come up with it. If I can't come up with it, I'm gonna sit here for a few more seconds. I'm gonna think. Okay. Goodbye. I just thought of it. Chalky milk. Remember to drink your chalky milk, kids. It's good for you. Totally is. Yeah. So, new outro. As always, drink your chalky milk, and have a nice day. I don't know. You guys made a new thing. Let's start with chalky milk. Okay. Chalky milk for days. Chalky milk gang. Chalky milk crew. Chalky milk crew. Who wants to be part of the chalky milk crew? I do. I'm gonna start chalky milk crew. You can't beat chalky milk. Chalky milk is top tier. Top tier quality. Top tier quality. You guys cannot escape the chalky milk. The chalky milk will come for you. But anyways, as always, drink your chalky milk. Frick. Hit the haters. Hit the haters and beat your... Nope. That's not a good way to go out on this. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, drink your chalky milk, hit the haters, and have a nice one. See ya.